What's up, everybody? Max Whitman here, back again. We're working WWF 1994. This is the Go Home Show. The Go Home episode of Raw for Survivor Series 1994. Tonight's episode of Raw is live from Puerto Rico, my least favorite place to work. So you'll notice that this episode is going to be heavy on the matches, low, very light on the segments and the angles. We have one angle, it's Kwang cutting a promo, and you'll see that. But we're going heavy on the matches today. So just a 5-segment show, couple of matches. The last 2 shows, they wanted to put me in Puerto Rico. I kept bumping out of Puerto Rico, bump out, and they keep putting me in Puerto Rico. So they're demanding that we work a show in Puerto Rico. So the Survivor Series episode of Monday Night Raw, the Survivor Series Go Home show, I should say, is coming from the Puerto Rico Coliseum in Puerto Rico. Tonight's episode, we're gonna get our final 2 tag teams. We get our 2 tag team qualifier matches, and we get a couple of fun matches on there. Pretty simple episode. So we'll jump right into it. No pre-show tonight. Just an opener here. Oh yeah. So here's our this is a tag team opener. We're gonna open with a tag team qualifying match. It is the Power Cats, Scott the Stray Levy and Jeff the Persian Jarrett versus the Hardy Boys. And it's a terrible match. The Power Cats defeat the Hardy Boys in 10 minutes. Scott Hardy's going to defeat Jeff Hardy by pinfall. So Scott Levy and Jeff Jarrett don't work well as a team. But Matt and Jeff Hardy do, obviously. Jeff Hardy pulls a 52, Matt a 49, and Jeff Jarrett a 45, and Scott Levy a 52. So, underwhelming match. That sucks that they don't have much chemistry. That kind of ruins the whole Power Cats gimmick. But it was kind of a crappy gimmick anyway. Just something we did kind of fun as we were running out of ideas. But they work well as a group, just not that specific team. So we'll see what happens with that. But it scores a 54. It's not a terrible opening. Not a great opening, but not terrible. Then we're going to get the Headshrinkers versus the Executioners. This is another qualifying match. And it's the Headshrinkers going over here, defeating the Executioners. Fatu defeats Dick the Hammer Dick by pinfall. Your standard match, pretty much exactly what you expected it to be. So these are our 2 weaker teams. Obviously, they're going to be in this. But Headshrinkers get the win, and they're going to head into Survivor Series as that 4th and final team. So our Survivor Series match is set then. It's going to be the Headshrinkers, the Power Cats, Yokozuna and Crush, and the Smoking Guns. They are our 4 tag teams that will be competing for an opportunity to take on Sid Vicious and Adam Bomb for the WWF Tag Team titles. Moving into our next segment here, this is going to be Kwang cutting a promo. And basically, Kwang is coming out and saying that as a Puerto Rican, he is honored to be performing in front of his home crowd tonight. And he's thankful for the support that they've given him. And as a special gift, they're going to get to see Kwang versus Bret Hart tonight in the main event for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. So we're going to get a title match. The WWF doesn't make it to Puerto Rico very often. But tonight, being that they're here, they'll be putting the Puerto Rican star, Kwang, Savio Vega, for the misinformed, against Bret Hart for the World Wrestling Federation title. So, honestly, it's just kind of a main event. I just wanted to get Kwang on there, and I wanted to get somebody that was really popular in Puerto Rico, and Bret hasn't wrestled on TV in a while, so I figured why not? But I didn't know how to introduce that without having Kwang cut the promo, because none of my guys speak Spanish. No habla español. Moving on to our next segment here, we're going to get Lex Luger and Bam Bam Bigelow versus Rick Steiner and Razor Ramon. Obviously, this is team number 2. Last week, we had Shawn Michaels' team. This week, we're going to get Razor Ramon's team. And, so yeah, it scores a 68, not terrible. Razor pulls a 72. Luger a 70. Rick Steiner at 52. So, Steiner's all over the place. I mean, just last week, in a singles match, he pulls a 70. Today, he pulls a 52. So, you never really know what you're going to get with Steiner from one week to the next, and that's kind of frustrating. Generally, when he performs with Scott, he's better. But he's kind of all over the place. Inconsistency is the name of the game with Rick Steiner here. but not a terrible match. It's a 68. This is actually why I wanted the Bret Hart main event, because I was worried that this match wouldn't top a 70, and I was right, it didn't. So we'll move on to our main event, and we get an 82 rated match. Bret Hart defends the World Wrestling Federation title against Kwang, and Bret's going to defeat Kwang in 15 minutes. Kwang is disqualified, so Chris Jericho is going to do a run-in and attack Bret Hart. Bret makes his 6th defense of the heavyweight title. Not a terrible match. Good match, actually, 82. We get a little storyline progression there. Loses a little bit of heat going into Survivor Series, but that's okay. That storyline was real hot. I'm not surprised it came down a little bit. So Jericho's going to run in. He's going to attack Bret. Bret's able, I guess, successfully defend the title because of the disqualification, but not exactly in the way that he would have liked to see. So we'll end the show here. Let's see what we grab. We grab a 76. Not terrible. Increases our popularity in 12. Decreases in 11. That's it. Not really much to commentate on here. It's a short 6-7 minute episode. Mostly matches. No real story progression here. Most of the main eventers not on the card. Whatever. Give them a week off before Survivor Series. So that's the go-home show. It is a week go-home show. Ordinarily, I like my go-home shows to be strong, but I feel like I kind of blew my load in the last week's episode. So there wasn't really much to go with if I wasn't instead of just rehashing matches from last week. So maybe a little bit of poor planning, but a decently rated show, a 76. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to come back next week for Survivor Series 1994. That should be a hell of a show. It's going to be, you've got your Survivor Series style match. You got your number 1 contender for the title at Royal Rumble. You got your World Wrestling Federation Championship match. You got a Tag Team Championship match. It's going to be a good show. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really good show. So, for Book It Better, for myself tonight, I'm here alone again. For all of us here at Book It Better, thanks for stopping by. If you like the content, don't forget, head on over to our Impact playlist. Check that out. That's running simultaneously with this one. We're having a lot of fun with that. We're heading into our Victory Road tournament over there. If that's not your deal, stick with WWF 1994. We got a lot of other good content coming up as well. So go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks for stopping by, and come back next time.